Fanny, are you ready?
Combate Global.
Oh, what a punch. What an incredible fight. Can you believe what you just saw? We have a champion.
Welcome back to Combate Global. It is red hot tonight in Miami. Yeah, it's May, but that's when you start sweating here in South Florida. Inside Univision Studios is absolutely no exception. That's right, they are ready to get it kick-started in La Jaula. You hear the beats of Los Knockouts getting us started, and it will be the ladies kicking it off inside La Jaula in the Univision Studios. Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. There is nothing like being in MMA, getting the experience of your first few fights and looking for that first victory. It's the one thing you need to taste as a fighter.
And for Irurzo right now, this is her opportunity. I mean, right now, Jimmy, this is potentially a do or die for her, right? You're into your 5th competition here, so this is going to be a good one. A lot of pressure for Irurzo.
A lot of pressure. How will she handle it? Let's go to Omar Amador to get us started.
Entrando a la jaula, Stephanie Irurzo.
There's Stephanie Irurzo, 5 fights as a professional, looking for that first victory. She says it wasn't, those weren't losses to me, right? It wasn't about losing, it was about learning. Every single time I got into the cage, every single time I got into the ring, it was about learning. I'm ready now to take off, but as you said, could be make or break. You start deciding, am I gonna do this for the rest of my life?
1 or 2 fights, okay. 4 fights, you know, we gotta really contemplate. Her partner is Coach Pitbull there on her corner. That's her partner. Lives with her, trains with her. This man is with her all the time. They eat, breathe martial arts. So I'm sure he had a conversation with her. I've just seen him right in the tunnel right before they were getting to La Jaula. You could see him speaking to her, say, hey, you got to do it. This is it. So looking back in retrospect to all her victories, what she needs to do is she needs to be aggressive. In that fight that she last had against Andrea Garcia, she'll throw and then she'll kind of backpedal, kind of feel it out. But this is MMA, it's fast-paced, and when you're fighting a Katie who's fast-paced, they don't call her La Máquina for something. You gotta keep up the pace if you want that victory here tonight.
It can be pressure, it can also be motivation, it can also cause you to fail. Omar Amador will get her opponent and see which it's gonna be.
Y ahora su oponente, Katie Perez.
And there's her opponent, Katie Perez. As you said, very, very aggressive. A quick starter, likes to stay in your face. Do you double that advice tonight against someone who's looking for their first win, might be doubting themselves? Do you start fast if you're Katie Perez?
You gotta take this fight like if you're driving a Formula 1 car, Jimmy. That's what you gotta do here tonight. Because this young lady is quick, she's fast, she's coming off 2 defeats. She wants to taste what a W is again. She just took on Kayla Oracho. We just recently saw compete inside La Jaula, who's having phenomenal competition. Great work inside La Jaula. So this is her chance to get back on the saddle and get that victory. And I'll give you some stuff here that's very important, Jimmy, that why she needs to win tonight. Not only is she an avid fan of Combate Global, she even painted something about it. I gotta share that with you. But her parents are watching tonight, and they're celebrating the 35th anniversary tomorrow night, or tomorrow, May 14th. So, you know she has to win.
Yeah, no pressure. You know, both of these ladies under the gun. It's about who can focus and who will fold under that pressure. That can be the key to it tonight.
Yeah, you have to stay focused on your game plan. You got to be very careful with what you do because either one here could fit it. But Irurzo,
and when you look,
a lot of pressure.
when you look at the head-to-head, only real difference, Irurzo a bit heavier than Katie Perez. Omar, get us started, buddy.
Damas y caballeros, ya estamos listos para este combate pautado a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la división de peso átomo. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for this bout set to 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the atom weight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Vicente Rodríguez, John Rupert y James Lázaro. Damas y caballeros, the time is here para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, now introducing out of the blue corner. Sube con un récord oficial de 0 victorias, 4 derrotas y un empate. She steps in with an official record of no victories, 4 losses and 1 draw. Peso 110.6 libras. She weighed in at 110.6 pounds. Vistiendo de rojo y blanco. Es de San Luis Potosí, México, Stephanie Irurzo. Y ahora su oponente en la esquina roja. Now her opponent in the red corner. Sube con un récord oficial de 3 victorias, 4 derrotas. She steps in with an official record of 3 victories, 4 losses. Peso 104.6 libras. She weighed in at a sharp 104.6 pounds. Vistiendo todo de azul, wearing all blue, es de Greensboro, North Carolina, Katie Máquina Asesina Perez. El referee para este encuentro, Josh Rutgers.
Bring it in, ladies, please. Protect yourself at all times. Do everything within the rules you can to win. Listen to me at all times. If there's any questions, ask them now. If not, touch gloves, go back to the corner, wait for the instructions.
About to get it started. Stephanie Irurzo in the red and white versus Katie Perez in the blue.
Ready? Begin.
And we are underway, a start of round number 1.
Did you look at that face off there? You could tell that Irurzo, she feels the pressure. Katie, you know that she's having a lot of fun there, and she's going to take her time. Even the coach even told her, hey, take your time, take it easy, take it slow. But I'll tell you one thing, Jimmy. We saw the weight difference here. If I'm Katie, I'm going to make her pay for it.
Yeah, Stephanie Irurzo missed weight by 6 pounds. Now, that's a lot in any weight class. When you look at atom weight, and you think about the percentages, that's almost like a welterweight missing weight by 10, 15 pounds.
It's a big deal. It's a very big deal. And again, for Katie, you take the fight, but as a fighter, you and I, it's kind of like, hey, if I tell you to do something at your office job and you come in late, right?
We're already here. Might as well get it on. But, how does it change the strategy? You don't want a heavier fighter on top of you. Also, when someone misses weight by that much, more than 3 or 4 pounds, a lot of times it means a late injury. Something went wrong with camp. You have to wonder.
Or she was struggling to make weight.
Yeah.
She put a lot of time into that cardio. She could be exhausted by the time she gets to the jaula. All of that we're about to see here. And just a few.
And you talk about the start of Katie Perez, usually kind of wild, a bit of a fast starter. Right now, cerebral, taking her time. Huh?
Very cautious, a different type of Katie that we're seeing inside. Look, she likes to paint, right? So as a painter, you like to take precision with your paintbrush, kind of know the right strategy to paint with to get a good drawing.
You want to make those happy trees, right? And and she has the hair for sure of an artist, but right now, being aggressive, changing levels, hunting for the takedown. Looking right now, single leg.
One thing about Asina Irurzo compared to her previous fights, I am seeing a little bit more of aggression coming out of her.
Nice single leg, not able to stabilize.
Katie does have a pair of victories here by way of submission. Irurzo doesn't want to be here.
Hanging on top, but not able to sit Irurzo down on her butt quite just yet. Able to get back to her feet. That's something you never want to see in a fight. If you spend all the energy to get a takedown, you don't keep them down. They hop back up.
You got to right back up. So those 3 victories that she's had, Jimmy, have been by way of submission. Triangle choke, rear naked choke, and another triangle choke.
Nice body lock takedown for Irurzo all the way to the back.
We may
One
make
hook
it
in.
4. We may make it 4, Jimmy.
Good job by Irurzo, able to transition on top. Perez now trying to work from her guard.
She likes here the triangle choke. Good opportunity for her. She has had some victories by way of that submission.
Going omoplata now, but trapped against the fence.
You see how much work Irurzo has put in that gym victory to get that first victory under her belt.
Now in a position, maybe finish, going across the face. cranking hard, almost a half back take. And does she transition in time back to her feet? Kind of an awkward position on the ground. Transition just a little bit too late.
And you can see a little rustiness there and just because of that, right?
As you move up in jiu-jitsu, the ones that get belts are the ones who know when it's done, right? I can't hold this position anymore. It's time to move. And she was just a little bit behind in that transition.
And you don't see that struggle. It's a very quick transition once you're at that level. You're able to adjust without not showing a little messiness.
So far, Perez, the aggressor, going body lock again, outside trip. Another takedown this time, able to keep a lot of her weight.
Yeah, and good way of Katie putting that weight on her, not letting her go, keeping her right where she wants.
And gluing the hips of Irurzo, now in half guard position. I'm an awkward half guard, has the whole leg trapped in there.
Yep.
Good job stepping outside control. We talked about the submission acumen of Katie Perez. We're seeing that where her position so far very good.
Great hammer fist there, setting it up. Look at that right arm there, Jimmy. Irurzo.
Yeah, she has
loose. And setting it up now.
Beautiful trap into the crucifix position. Great job stepping over the arm. Almost an inverted triangle position.
I was about to say.
Seeing some funk from Miss Perez.
Irurzo already
stepped over a little too early from out, but nice
maybe a rear
to the
naked
back.
choke here, perhaps, Jimmy, that she may be working for.
Body lock, once again, just losing position. They're just not quite stabilizing at the right time, but a little bit of a problem in this fight for Perez.
Great body lock there from Perez, not letting her go. She got 10 seconds if she wants to pull out that victory by way of submission.
Irurzo looking to ride out the round. Bad position, but she will see round number 2.
¿Qué sientes? No trae nada arriba, güey. Estabas defendiendo muy bien. No me voltees a ver. Ella está trabajando con las piernas a la vez que está trabajando con los brazos. Nada más te está tropezando. Estás defendiendo muy bien. Quítalos, agarres con la mano y mételos y levántala hasta la quijada, levántala. Vas muy bien, los codos muy bien. Te estás cruzando. ¿Qué te dije? No te me cruces de más. Eso fue donde pasó ese rollo. Vas en general muy bien. Mide tu distancia. Ya sabes que va a querer trabajar. Si la sigues defendiendo así, la vas a frustrar. Y el tercero lo vamos a acabar. De mí te acuerdas. Ten fe. Ten fe. Acuérdate que el cardio a veces es todo. Acuérdate, Fátima. Acuérdate, Fátima. Ey, es tu momento, Rey. Esto no es nada, güey. ¿Sale?
Fighters up, let's go.
Échale, mi reina, segura. Enojada, güey. Piensa lo que te hace enojar, güey. Es ella.
Welcome back inside La Jaula. You see a very happy Katie Perez in the blue. Stephanie Irurzo in the red and white. Irurzo needing to find a way back in this fight. Round 1 did not go her way.
Absolutely not, but her partner, though, did state to her she's very confident to keep her faith. She said, hey, cardio is key here. Let's take this fight to the 3rd round. That's the strategy that they're taking. And he also advised her, keep the distance. She's working with you with those leg locks on the floor. Make sure you keep it on top. So, in other words, Jimmy, cardio. That's what is going to be the key here for Irurzo. That's the strategy. Take it to the 3rd round.
Difficulty is it's only a 3-round fight. I've seen a lot of fighters try to make their cardio a factor. You give up 2 rounds, that 3rd round becomes a non-issue. And remember, we have open scoring here in La Jaula. If, hypothetically, Perez wins rounds 1 and 2, she'll know going in round number 3.
She is going with that right hand. And see, that's why Katie's corner had a good way of approaching this fight. Take your time. Don't exhaust yourself. Take it easy.
Katie Perez, no surprise, ahead. All 3 judges scored round number 1, 10-9 for the fighter in blue. The artist from North Carolina doing a great job with the knees. And to your point about the takedown, they've all been from this clinch position. There haven't been a lot of outside takedowns, nothing very slick. But
it was only one trip.
Yeah.
About one trip, that's about it. But yeah, you're right. Right changing level right from the clinch area, from the positioning from the Jaula.
Pretty simple, what we call high school takedowns, right? Double leg, clinch, and here it is again. Putting Irurzo on her butt.
Well, you know, if it's not working for you and you know that you've been taken down several times from this position, that's what the coach is telling her, work the distance. Don't try to get in that clinch. Don't get it yourself into the jaula.
Yeah, so far, Katie Perez has been able to control the distance. It has been inside, it has been chest to chest.
She's wrapped her body all around Irurzo, making it very difficult for her to escape.
Yeah, Irurzo, of course, a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Katie Perez, a brown belt. Definitely more skilled in these positions. Perez now on top. Aren't many belts in jiu-jitsu, for those who don't know. It's white, blue, purple, brown, black. That's it.
That's it. That's all.
Then you start getting stripes.
Yeah, and then you get the red stripes.
Right now, Perez, the brown belt, comfortably on top. See what Irurzo can do from this closed guard position. So far, low with her hips, right in front of her coach.
You got to get hard. Watch this. She's trapping you. Watch your triangle there. You got to go.
There's no doubt here Katie is trying to go for that finish. She's been handling some really good hammer fists to allow her to open up and catch any mistake available for her.
Armbar, Irurzo looking to isolate that right arm of Perez.
Irurzo here's big mistake it is on her end.
Coach telling her, stay stable, stay centered. That's how you avoid the armbar. Don't let your opponent angle.
Irurzo just can't escape from this position. Look, the hips are there, Jimmy. You know, bring him in towards you, push her off with the hips. Instead of wrapping her up.
The activity of Perez, this has not been a lay and pray type position. She's been very active with the ground and pound.
She's trying to go for hers.
And look at her thinking Kimura,
but yeah.
Kimura, though, so hard to pull off in this position, up against the fence, crowded, not a lot of space. One thing Perez has done very, very well, Rodolfo, is these takedowns haven't been in the center of La Jaula, where, you know, the submission game, you can move around, a lot of angles. She's been putting Irurzo up against the fence.
Right, and that gives you that chance to keep her where you want, because you have La Jaula right there, not allowing Irurzo to escape. And for the majority of this round, Irurzo's just been on her back.
Yeah, Irurzo now, once again, trying to isolate the arm. Perez now in triangle danger.
Well,
there it is.
Irurzo may have.
Going armbar now. Nope. Able to pull that arm out.
She's searching for it, Jimmy. That was a little awkward of a position.
Yeah, but went to the triangle without the arm in, and without the arm in, there is no triangle.
There's nothing. Yep.
A little bit of a rookie mistake there. Katie Perez, the brown belt, taking advantage.
Now we got those 28 seconds, but you know what I question is the cardio of Irurzo. She came in heavy.
Oh, good job. Transition of full mount. 20 seconds left. Can she get the finish? Irurzo desperate now. 14 seconds left in the round as Katie Perez.
The shot to the head, though.
That is teeing off. Couple to the back of the head, but good transition by Perez, staying on top. 10 seconds left. Will Irurzo see the final bell? We don't know, but she'll definitely see the end of round number 2.
Too easily. Does that make sense? As soon as you start advancing, as soon as you start believing in what you've got, she's got nothing for you. Does that make sense? Stay in her face. Makes sense? Not stupidly. Does that make sense? When she takes a step back, what do you do? Take a step forward. When she takes a step forward, what do you do?
Also step forward.
Does that make sense? Make sense? It's a beautiful fight for you right now. I just want more of the same. Don't do what you've done to me in training. When I've said good job, then you let yourself relax. Does that make sense?
His friends are crap.
Let's go.
Let's talk about the coaching.
Thank you.
Let's go!
You got this.
Welcome back to Combate Global. You see in La Jaula, the faces tell the story. Katie Perez in blue, Stephanie Irurzo in the red and white. Irurzo has been on the downside the last 2 rounds. It has been a wipeout for Katie Perez. But let's talk about the corner advice. Her coach saying, you're doing a great job, but don't relax now. Don't let your guard down.
Like you said, don't pay attention. Like when I say in the gym, hey, you're doing a good job, and then relax. No. do what you came to do out here tonight, and that's get that victory, even though I'm telling you you're doing great.
The easiest advice in MMA is do what is working. And right now, Katie Perez, when it comes to the ground game, it's been about the takedown. She's had the superior jiu-jitsu. Ended round number 2 in mount. Do you expect her to just go back to that strategy again?
It's been working. Why change it? But you got to finish it. The opportunities for finishes have been there. You got to finish it right now. This is the shot. You don't have to let it go right all through the third round and get a decision victory. Never leave it to the hands of the judges, even though you know that you're winning. Right?
How do you feel about Katie Perez's pacing in this fight? Because one of the reasons we haven't seen a finish is by the time she gets there, that full mount position, back mount position, it's been the end of the round. She starts off very deliberately and kind of builds as the round goes. Think that's a good strategy?
I think so. It's just like we were having a conversation earlier, right? You've evolved. You're at this level now. Now let's try to test some different things. Usually when you see a Katie, you see that she's more aggressive for the stand-up. Here, not so much. We haven't seen much of that. It's more of the ground game that we're seeing. So we're seeing a different side of Katie.
And referee admonishing Irurzo for grabbing the cage. Right now, Katie Perez crowding the hips, but good job from Irurzo getting back up. But we have a quick mistake. Actually pulled Irurzo on top of her.
And now it goes back to what the coach said. Don't take this lightly.
Exactly, almost into full mount.
Stay in the game.
Doing a good job, one hook in, trying to sneak out the back door. This is still a dangerous position for both fighters. If Irurzo makes a mistake and get her back taken. No surprise here, we have open scoring. Here at Combate Global, Katie Perez has won both of the first 2 rounds, 20-18. Irurzo needs a finish in round number 3.
The only way she's going to win this right now, she's trying to see if she could get that opening where she could get that mount, or full mount.
Problem
but that leg lock that she has, it's just not allowing it her.
Perez, she can turn that body lock, can end up on top. She frees her head, she'll end up behind her.
It's like right now, you can flip a coin right now, Jimmy. Is anyone's game?
And it is. There it is. Perez came up heads. Katie Perez able to come out, get one hook in,
and now
the rear naked.
It may be end right now, Jimmy.
A little bit of that inexperience went for the rear naked when the body was turned, but now might get the ground and pound finish, and that's it.
That's it.
Ground and pound for Katie Perez. It was the story of the fight, but the final chapter in round number 3.
Different Katie. I'm sure the parents right now are, their anniversary is a lot more sweeter here tonight with that win from her daughter.
They got their 35th anniversary gift, and here's how it happened, Rodolfo.
Beautifully executed. Katie was just searching for this position to finish it, and here it is. They had to wait till the 3rd round. Coach told her, hey, good job. It doesn't mean that you need to stop and take it lightly. Pull the full force, get that victory. She did it right here tonight. Another W back in the win column for Katie Perez. La Máquina Asesina.
Yeah, great game plan. Didn't spend too much energy. It was like a slow boil throughout this fight. In the end, the heat, too much for Irurzo. Great job for Katie Perez. She gets a TKO win. We'll make it official when we come back. Welcome back inside Univision Studios. Inside La Jaula, Katie Perez, a great performance. We'll make it official. Omar Amador, take it away.
A 2 minutos 47 segundos del tercer asalto, el referee pone un alto a este combate después de una serie de golpes sin respuesta. At 2 minutes and 47 seconds in the 3rd round, the referee is forced to stop the fight after a series of punches uncontested. Para la ganadora por nocaut técnico, for the winner by TKO, Katie Máquina Asesina.
This was a fight, Rodolfo, when you said both ladies have their backs against the wall, or, the cage in this case. You have to decide, can I be a professional? Katie Perez tonight fought like a professional. We saw a lot of technique, a lot of skills, a lot of heart from her.
And one man was happy, and that's Campbell McLaren. He's in La Jaula. If he's in there, it's because he approves of that victory. So Katie Perez, congratulations. And it's time for Irurzo. 5th fight. 5 fights in a row that you've lost. Really good to stretch your head.
And the stats tell the story. Great win for Katie Perez. More Japan Invades when we come back. Oh, look at that beautiful shot of South Beach, Miami, Florida. You going to the beach tomorrow, Rodolfo? Come on.
Yeah.
You got a Sunday.
Of course. Yeah, man. I live at the beach.
It's starting to get hot.
Away.
It is even hotter in La Jaula. That's right. Japan invades. Yuji, Ephoevi-Ga taking on Geralbert Castillo. That's right. The first of our Japanese invasion. Omar, get us started.
Entrando a la jaula, Yuji Ephoevi-Ga.
That's Yuji Ephoevi-Ga fighting out of Tokyo, Japan. His amateur record 6-0 with 3 knockouts, but just starting his pro career, he is 3-0, has never tasted defeat. Comes in with a lot of confidence tonight.
What stands out about this guy, of course, all of his fights have been in Nippon.
Yeah.
But it's a stand-up game. A little, not too much, because he does keep his hands up, but a little Michael Page with the way he stands, a little Taekwondo-ish type of stance, but still has that kickboxing background. That's what's going to be. And those guys are hard to read because you think, oh, he's leaving himself open. I can just connect. And they're so deceived because they're so quick. And they can connect in any way they want, which could be a problem for Geralbert. But looking forward to this young man here inside La Jaula for the first time. It begins, Jimmy. Nippon versus Combate Global. You know, we just had in Risen, Claire Lopez compete. She's victory, so we're 1-0.
Well, we know about the Japanese fighter. What about his opponent? Omar, tell us about him.
Y ahora su oponente, Geralbert Castillo.
Gilbert Castillo goes by Wolverine. Look, it's something in him. When he talks about combat sports, he doesn't talk about skills, he doesn't talk about where I train. He talks about something inside him that makes him a fighter. There are combat sports athletes and there are fighters. Castillo says, I'm a fighter, that's my thing.
That's all it is. I know him personally. I was there in the gym when he came to the United States. Eric Castillo, kickboxing champion, the man you see right there is hugging him. He basically opened the gym to him, brought him here to the States to train, and from here on out, he's had a very successful career as a mixed martial arts professional. And I remember coming in here, they have what they call this judo kickboxing type of style that they have, which is basically the combination of judo.
Yeah.
Right? But they have their own style. You gotta remember with this guy in Cuba, there's no MMA school. You know, they're doing this stuff underground. I remember these guys have told me that they used to watch MMA fights. They had a bootleg of VHS, and that's how they found out of MMA. But this is something that he wanted to do, and he's had that opportunity to do it inside the Jaula here tonight. And he's not only carrying the flag for Cuba, but for Combate tonight.
And look at the age difference. Castillo, 10 years older than Ephoevi-Ga. Also, the reach advantage for the fighter from Tokyo. How will it work out in La Jaula? Let's find out. Omar, take it away.
Ya estamos listos para continuar con mucha más acción. We are ready to continue with much more action. Con esta pelea pautada a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos a un peso pactado de 160 libras. With this fight scheduled to 3 rounds of 5 minutes at a catch weight of 160 pounds. Los jueces son, the judges are Ricardo Celis, Vicente Rodríguez y John Rupert. Damas y caballeros, ya estamos listos para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, now introducing out of the blue corner. Viene con un récord invicto de 3 victorias. He comes with an undefeated record of 3 professional victories. Pesó 159.6 libras. He weighed in at a sharp 159.6 pounds. Es de Tokyo, Japón. He's from Tokyo, Japan. Yuji Ephoevi-Ga. Y ahora su oponente en la esquina roja. Now his opponent out of the red corner. Viene con un récord oficial de 5 victorias, 3 derrotas. He stepped in with a professional record of 5 victories and 3 losses. Weighing at 160 pounds, vistiendo rojo y blanco, wearing red and white. Es de Miami, Florida, representing Cuba, Geralbert Castillo. El referee para este combate de Panamá, Marcos Perez.
All right, so you already know the rules. I want a clean fight. Óyeme, coman at all time, ¿ok? Ya sabes las reglas de una pelea limpia. Sigue mi comando, ¿ok? Choque guantes si quieren. A su esquina.
It's Yuji Ephoevi-Ga from Tokyo in the black shorts. His opponent, Geralbert Castillo, in the red and white.
¿Está listo?
Catch weight 160 pounds, and we are underway, round number 1.
This is awesome, Jimmy. You know, it kind of gives you that vibe of Copa Combate. You know, will Japan be in it this time around? You know, we haven't had any Asian countries in Copa Combate.
Oh, big right hand! Ephoevi-Ga right to the floor.
Beautiful right, overhand right. Notorious for that guy hit by that one of those times inspired by him.
Beautiful shot over the top.
Man.
I hope you recovered well, because Ephoevi-Ga right
here,
now
Jimmy.
in trouble. Look at that head and arm throw.
Beautiful stuff. He trains a lot of judo, but that boxing from Geralbert has been exceptional. We saw it last time around when he took on Richie Palomino.
And Ephoevi-Ga, the fighter from Tokyo, right now on his back foot, trying to get back into this fight.
Yuji just
Castillo
woke
came
up.
out with a great shot. Wow.
Now for Yuji, he needs to slow down that pace. He understands that he can't leave some of that opening gap because Geralbert's going to throw that overhand right. He needs to be very cautious. That was a wake-up call.
It's about how Ephoevi-Ga responds. Right now, kind of trying to clear his head, maybe slow the fight down a little bit.
You know, one thing we haven't touched base on, Jimmy, and I think is extremely important, is that time difference. You get a 13-hour difference from the United States here in Miami, Florida, to Japan. And listen, jet lag stinks.
Travel issues.
Yeah, the whole nine. So that comes into play, Jimmy.
Ephoevi-Ga right now on top, working through the half guard of Castillo. This is exactly where the Japanese fighter wants to be. He said, my opponent has power, but he swings a little too much. Well, he was not ready for that overhand right shot.
Oh, he underestimated that. He read it like a book, but not for this fight, because he connected very sweet.
Ephoevi-Ga right now, good hip pressure, not making a lot of effort to pass guard. Has had a couple opportunities to step over into side control,
Yeah,
didn't
good
take
chance.
it.
Well, I mean, this is only his third fight, right, as a pro, Jimmy, and it just goes to show you that you're a pro, you start learning. It's almost like you learn on the job sometimes.
You have no choice. Right now, 3-0, looking for that 4th win. Looked like there's going to be a short one after that overhand right, but Ephoevi-Ga, nice move.
Geralbert's
into
not giving
full
his back,
mount.
though. Doesn't want to do that.
Those
Oh,
long
he may
legs,
have
rear
something
naked,
here.
this might be done.
It may be one for the Japanese.
Ephoevi-Ga trying to get the rear naked choke finish. Castillo
He does
trying to
have
keep
his
that chin down.
Yeah, he has that chin down. Good way of ripping it apart, but can't make any mistakes. Can't leave himself open. And he has 2 minutes and change, so it's not like he can depend on that belt, Jimmy.
Yeah, big right from Castillo and a big throw, but hasn't shown a lot of offense since then. And Ephoevi-Ga has been able to clear the cobwebs, apparently. Get back to good position. And here's where that height disparity is so difficult. Those long legs, when someone has your back, they stretch you out so easily from this position.
And he have his wrapped around very well. Geralbert just can't get out. Very tight.
That's like a mile of legs around you. In a good position to ground and pound. And also, if the round continues this way, it's a tough one to score.
Right, right. But see, and this is the position that's so difficult for Geralbert, keeping those hands up. Yes, you're protecting yourself, but you're also leaving yourself exposed. Because you can sneak one of those hands in there. That's for the rear naked choke, and that's what you typically do, right? You throw in those little loopy shots so you can leave that opening and sneak it in.
It's called beating someone into submission. Hit him a little bit and find that
catch him off
submission
guard.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Right, catch him off guard.
Wow, what a change of pace in this fight, huh?
Yeah, but great job from the veteran, Ephoevi-Ga. No, his only his fourth pro fight in La Jaula tonight, but also a decorated amateur, 9-0 overall, so he does have some cage time. He trained with the likes of Gilbert Burns at Kill Cliff FC.
Yeah,
so you know he's got the rounds.
Yeah, he was determined to get this victory here in the States. He made that move here to Kill Cliff, change himself, and you were thinking about that time difference, so that's why it's important he get here a lot earlier so you get adjusted to that timing.
Castillo trying to spin his way out, but now in more trouble. 20 seconds left in round number 1. See Campbell McLaren right here.
Right there on the spot.
Taking a look at the action. Not doing any coaching, not taking sides, but very, very close. Keeping an eye on everything.
Right at Jaula side.
Castillo round started out great, but not ending well for the fighter from Cuba.
Tremendo knockdown. Respira.
OK しろ。組んだ力分かった。ぼーっとすんな。鼻から吸う。あと慌てない。
And right here, you see the early success of Castillo, but
yeah, beautifully executed here, Jimmy. But what was very impressive is that Yuji was able to compose himself. Sure, he was taken down, but then we said it earlier. It's a little hard to judge this fight. It's gonna be very tricky.
it's gonna be interesting to see how the judge scored it. But we have open scoring, so we'll know very, very soon. Gilbert Castillo in the red and white. Yuji Ephoevi-Ga right there from Tokyo in the black trunks. Round number 1, a back and forth affair. Castillo dropping Ephoevi-Ga, but Ephoevi-Ga able to get it back. Got the hooks in, great position for most of that fight. I'm really curious how this one is scored.
Yeah, it's gonna be, and once again, he connects to the head. But you see what I would do, Jimmy, here, because of that height, try to work the body here. I know he's trying to go for the head, trying to finish off the fight real quickly. And for Yuji, he has to squat down because Geralbert is the shorter of a fighter. But I would really try to work that body to bring it down to my level.
And Ephoevi-Ga from Tokyo putting the pressure on, and Castillo trying to counter with the power. Yuji said, you know, my opponent does have good power. He swings a little wide, but he hits very, very hard. But still, Yuji Ephoevi-Ga taking a lot of punches.
And in that exchange, Jimmy, Yuji is not keeping his hands up. Keeps them low.
Think he came in a little cocky, thought he would see those punches coming, and is now realizing he can't?
I think he came in a little overconfident, to be honest. I don't think that overhand shot would have connected if he would have just toned it down a bit. Now what's key, what's going to be really a key here is cardio for Geralbert. To see if he can go away. I know with Palomino, he went toe-to-toe all the way the third round, but right now, it's been a lot of action for both these guys, and I can see Geralbert just calming down a bit there with the pace.
And Ephoevi-Ga winning round number 1 on all 3 judges' scorecards. And Castillo, to your point, when you talk about cardio, these haven't been jabs, Rodolfo. They've been power punches that take a lot of energy.
And he's been backpedaling.
Oh, nice knee.
And now he may be in trouble. He went for the spinning back elbow.
I think he caught Castillo coming in with that lead knee.
What I've been seeing a lot, Jimmy, is a lot of that backpedaling from Geralbert.
Nice leg kick, left-hand combination.
That's usually a sign that I don't want some.
Ephoevi-Ga marching forward, trying to make La Jaula small for Gilbert Castillo. Nice double leg.
Usually not
finish.
No, he got
there it is.
Down. Yeah, real nicely put.
Yeah, right into side control. Castillo still hanging on to the head. A little bit of a rookie move there. No guard, no guillotine, but still holding on to the head. That cost you a lot of energy.
Yep. talk about history of Japan and Cuba and martial arts. You know, some Japanese went to Cuba, taught some karate. Heck, my coach, Cuban, was taught karate from a Japanese, one of those hardcore, determined. If they came all the way over here to train to Cuba, and then judo, we got some exceptional judokos.
Great judo in Cuba, great judo in Japan, great wrestling in Cuba, great wrestling in Japan, great boxers out of both countries. But right now, by not letting go of the head, he's in Von Flue trouble. Can finish the Von Flue choke from here.
Those are rare to come, Jim.
Yeah, OSP loves it from this half guard position. He can do it, but it takes those long legs, takes that long build, and Ephoevi-Ga definitely has that.
Unlike Yuji's fighting style, and it's switching, right? He kind of has that taekwondo-ish type of stance, and he'll flip it.
Now back to full guard. Here's where the guillotine can work. Going hard for it is Castillo. Trying to take it home with him.
There it is. Okay, that's a better shot there, Jimmy.
Hey, you see the calm on the face.
That chin is...
Ephoevi-Ga thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Giving our camera the thumbs up and the referee.
And that right there is going to exhaust that right arm for Geralbert.
Rodolfo, you said it perfectly. The problem with the guillotine, you don't get it, you are out of gas. It takes your whole body to crank that guillotine.
Yeah, I remember it was Rosa Namajunas who does an exercise where she'll get like a medicine ball and just squeeze over and over and over to condition that arm. But in a fight, when pretty much all of your body is working, you're going to exhaust that arm. Doesn't matter how much you practice it.
Hard one to do, yep. The key is knowing when to let it go. Could have held on to it a little too long, because right now Ephoevi-Ga being aggressive, throwing those short shots on top, and shades of round number one, ending the fight in a dominant position.
Trying to go for an up kick. Yeah, Jimmy, it's just one of those moves that you can't be stubborn with it. If you don't have it, let it go.
10 seconds left in a very close round. Who will leave the judges with an impression? So we go to round number 2.
Hey, súbeme la postura, súbeme la guardia. Ven para acá, ven para acá. Sale un momentito, sale. Yo le pongo el hielo. Sube la mano. Sí, espérate. Vamos. Hey, ponme la postura. Súbeme la postura ahí. Súbeme la postura bien. Vamos a meterle derecha y explosivo. El 2-1 explosivo. 2-1 explosivo, Geralbert. ¿Ok? 2-1 explosivo que no tiene que ir. Ya tú lo viste ya. Esto lo viste en el ¿ok? Vamos. 0 piso. Arriba todo el tiempo ahora. ¿Ok? Arriba todo el tiempo. Vamos, que tú eres un campeón. Vamos a romperlo. Vamos a romperlo. Vamos a romperlo.
Welcome back to Combate Global. We're in La Jaula. Yuji, Ephoevi-Ga on the left side of your screen in the black trunks from Tokyo. To your right, Gilbert Castillo. If either fighter thought this would be easy, that it would be a walkover, they have both been proven wrong.
They got the wrong script, Jimmy, because this surely is not. We're headed to the 3rd round of this competition. And Geralbert just needs to pick up the pace here. That
beautiful knee! Castillo trying to stay on his feet, but a beautiful shot. The fighter from Tokyo now trying to finish.
That victory that he had last time around that he saw action, he laid in some sweet knees, Jimmy. Might be a repeat to that.
Well, he has the build for it. Ephoevi-Ga so much taller than his opponent. Castillo right now trying to look for any kind of safe harbor, but fighter from Tokyo, Japan, all over him. Wow. I can't believe Castillo's still on his feet after those shots.
Vicious.
Hard as a coffin nail, as a great man once said.
Got a lot of heart. And, you know, Geralbert has good wrestling, but not enough for Yuji here in this case. That's why he's not going for it. If you look at some of his previous fights, wrestling for him, but not this case.
And he's been very wary of the range. He's been wary of the guard. See the judges' scorecards? Well, 2 judges have it tied up.
Wow.
1 judge has Ephoevi-Ga up 2-1. So this fight is up for grabs. Round number 3 will decide it.
Yeah. So, but during the break there, Eric Castillo, the coach for Geralbert, said, hey, keep your guard up, keep your guard up.
But right now, guard's not going to help him. Full mount. Now taking the back with those long legs.
And he hasn't had any success from this position.
And we are early in the round, 3 minutes left.
Oh!
Yeah, but good job from Ephoevi-Ga. He knew he was sideways, didn't completely have the back.
It's more like he fooled him. The guy gotcha.
Veteran move.
Yeah, very
but now flattened out. And those long legs of Ephoevi-Ga is a worse person to have you mounted or have your back.
Goodness, And I make it the mount here, Jimmy.
Looks like still a little bit of half guard. Looks like that left leg is still stuck in the middle. Yeah, it is. That doesn't help. Ground and pound is still raining down.
You got those shots for elbows and hammer fists.
Problem is Castillo used a lot of energy in the first round, those power shots. You got to wonder how much he has left to defend in round number 3.
That's going to be the key. And right after that burst, you could see Castillo's face. That was it. That's it.
No one big shot, but enough that the referee has seen enough. A TKO win for the fighter from the land of the rising sun.
A victory for the Japanese here tonight, Jimmy. If you're keeping score, that's 1-1 if you count Claire Lopez's victory over Nippon.
Great job, Yuji. Ephoevi-Ga on the ground, ground and pound, just what he wanted. Will it continue? Stay with us and find out. Well, Yuji Ephoevi-Ga didn't fly halfway across the world to lose. Omar Amador will make it official.
A 2 minutos 44 segundos del segundo asalto, el referee pone un alto a este combate por un peleador que no responde. At 2 minutes and 44 seconds in round number 2, the referee puts a stop to this fight after an uncontested fighter. For the winner, by TKO, para el ganador, por knockout técnico, Yuji Ephoevi-Ga.
And there is Yuji Ephoevi-Ga, the Japanese flag draped over his shoulders. A great performance, pressure on, despite some early success by Gilbert Castillo with that overhand right. That is how you stay focused. His family is thrilled. Rodolfo Roman is with our winner.
Thanks, Jimmy. Yokoso, Yuji. Welcome to La Jaula. Tell me about this victory. That first round, he hit you with an overhand right, but you picked yourself up.
Yeah, first round, was very tough. It was very hard for me, but I've been practicing in Kyoto, found the best gym in the world in these 3 months, and my wrestling got much better, and I took this win. I'm so glad. Yeah,
we saw that you tried to transition into the wrestling, and it seemed that was the difference in this fight, the wrestling, and you were trying to finish it out. Now, you did try to land in some knees in there to try to finish it out early as well.
Yeah. I was watching his fight, and I thought my knee gonna be important for this fight. Yeah, I saw multiple times, I landed multiple times. That was so good, yeah.
Well, Yuji, how did it feel? You got a victory for Japan here tonight in La Jaula.
Yeah, it's my first time to fight in the United States, and it's amazing. I want to give me, okay, thank you. I want to say thank you to all people who practicing with me, and supporters in Japan, and people who supporting me every time. I'm so glad.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Arigato gozaimasu. We'll see you to the next one. We'll be back with more action inside La Jaula. Combate Global.
Welcome back to a fight we have been looking forward to all week. Chihiro Sawada on your left, Ana Palacios on your right. Mexico versus Japan. What does that mean? heart, tenacity, aggression on both sides of La Jaula. Ana Palacios, incredibly skilled, but one difficulty with her style, she tends to be a slow starter. Her opponent, Sawada, takes a lot of risks on top. Who do you give the early advantage to?
This is a very dangerous fight for Palacios. And let's not even talk about what happened, all the stress that was going on Thursday, flying into Miami, making weight on Friday. We could set that aside, but yes, Sawada, you know, she'll drive wherever you want her to drive. She'll go ahead and take the wheel. She'll play your game.
Japanese submission style, right? Not position, go for it.
It's not going to be pretty. It's just very straightforward. Boom, get to the point, and when the opportunity's there, she will grab it. She will not waste it.
And look at the numbers on the head-to-head. Palacios, slightly taller, a significant reach advantage, 5 inches, weight exactly the same. Technique, very different. Omar, I can't wait. Get us started.
Damas y caballeros, ya todo está listo para este combate pautado a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la división de peso átomo. Ladies and gentlemen, everything is ready for this ladies bouts at the 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the atom weight division. Los jueces son, the judges are James Lázaro, Ricardo Celis y Vicente Rodríguez. Y ahora sí, estamos listos para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing out of the blue corner. Entra con un récord de 4 victorias sin derrotas y un empate. She steps in with a professional record of 4 victories, no losses, and 1 draw. Pesó 105.2 libras. She weighed at 105.2 pounds y está vistiendo todo de negro, wearing all black. Es de Tokio, Japón, Chihiro Sawada. Y su oponente en la esquina roja, her opponent out of the red corner, sube con un récord oficial de 7 victorias, 1 derrota y un empate. She stepped in with a professional record of 7 victories, 1 loss and 1 draw. Registró un peso oficial de 105.2 libras. She weighed in at a mean and lean 105.2 pounds. Es de Mexico City, Ana la Guerrera Palacios. Y el referee para este encuentro, Judge Rutgers.
We went over the rules in the locker room. Listen to me at all times, protect yourself at all times. Do everything you can within the rules to win. Most importantly, best of luck, God bless. If there's any questions, ask them now. If not, touch gloves, go back to the corner, wait for the bell.
It is Chihiro Sawada in the black, Ana Palacios in the red. My broadcast partner, Rodolfo Roman, is not sitting down.
Heck no, I'm not sitting down. I'm on my feet for this one, man.
Ready?
Plus coffee doesn't help.
And we are underway, round number 1. But earlier this week, what fight were we talking about? We were talking about this one.
This is the one. But I think because of the situation that Palacios had, you know, it's more kind of like, you know, what if?
Is she fighting under the best circumstances, right? Late weight cut, didn't know if she was coming out for the fight. A lot of stress this week. She has to leave all that behind and fight.
She flew in Thursday afternoon, weighed in on Friday.
Cut weight on the plane.
Right, you get to cut weight on the plane. You mean you see shadow boxing in the middle of the plane, Jim? You might knock someone out.
But in this sport of MMA, you got to be ready for those late notice fights. You have to be ready to set everything aside. Nice right hand by Palacios.
And I think Sawada has a little shiner there in the left
stuck
hand.
her early.
Yeah.
Pawing at her left eye.
What I'm liking from Palacios, Jimmy, is she's playing the distance very well. She knows that Sawada is going to try to go in for the takedown, but she's playing it very, very well.
The last fight in La Jaula against Park from Korea. That fight was not going well at all. Palacios able to get the armbar from the bottom, but she was taking a beating before that. Nice combo.
Yeah, she tried
that
to
leg
uppercut.
kick.
Yeah. And what Palacios is doing, she's
Nice
on to her level,
pick.
but this is where she's dangerous, Jimmy. This is where Sawada is dangerous from this position, the strength, the power that she has.
Good job getting her guard back from Palacios.
Very well. And that's why you can never count her out.
Active close guard, walking her legs up. Oh! Good ground and pound from Sawada. And that Japanese submission style, I mean, it's been around since the start of MMA. It is submission before position. You go for a lot of leg locks, very flexible guard, a lot of funky passes, Imanari rolls, stuff like that.
It's a very straightforward type of discipline, not like the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that we're so used to seeing.
Yeah, very different. You can be prepared for one and not the other. Sawada doing a good job trying to get that knee slice pass. Good left hand. Not letting Palacios back to her feet. Palacios is so good at getting that guard back.
She is. She truly is. But Sawada, that the way of that wrestling, she's able to keep her down. Looks really good, and the good shots in there. That's that power that she has. But again, never count out Palacios. She can grab an arm. She can grab anything and take this victory by way of submission at any point.
Yeah, Sawada playing with fire a little bit here, staying right in front of that up kick from Palacios.
And we talked to her earlier today, Jimmy. Palacios said, look, this victory right here is not to prove that I'm a top atom weight in the Western Hemisphere. I'm in the world if I get this victory.
Oh, looking for the triangle.
And there it is.
She might have it.
She may have something there, Jimmy. Sawada in trouble.
Get that foot behind the kneecap. This might be done.
And turning, rightfully so.
Going after the arm. Desperation from Sawada on the escape. Now transition to the armbar. Beautiful job.
Awesome.
Great transition from Palacios. Sawada looking at her corner like, what do I need to do here? And you know, gotta angle the right way.
And if I'm Palacios, because of all the stuff that I've been through here, I want to finish this early.
Does not want a long fight. But so far, a lot of aggression.
Palacios still
a fighter from Mexico. That creative ground and pound. Look, trying to isolate the right arm of Sawada again.
Yep. Oh.
Sawada now trying to spin over. You got to walk over the body. She got it.
Yep.
Now she has to watch her legs. Japanese fighters known for those leg locks. And this has been a great ground battle. Back and forth, Rodolfo.
Transitioning, scrambling on both ends. Their way to pick each other up.
You count as a grappling dork, right? Yeah. You're a grappling dork. Okay, cool. Love it. Yeah. Making sure we're appreciating the same things, right? Sawada doing a great job of those knee cut passes and back to guard.
You know, sometimes the audience, boo, they start booing. But if it's this quick back and forth, that transition, that's the beauty of it.
It's a very Japanese style. They don't wait. They're aggressive with their passes. Palacios, knees underneath the armpits. A high guard is an attacking guard. Only guard she knows. Once again, against Bohung Park, her last time out. Fight was not going well. Able to get the armbar from this exact position. Sawada knows it.
But unlike Park, this young lady, Sawada, she's good on the ground.
Yeah, very good.
Park was just a standard. That girl had really mean hands.
10 seconds left in what has been a very active round number one for both fighters. Good ground and pound to punctuate the end of the round for Sawada.
Sawada has that cut on that left eyebrow. So it shouldn't be much of an issue if a doctor were to check it. Not causing any issue for her vision.
Quiero que trabajes más la distancia. El upper la cortó.
All right, so what's going on here is calm down, work the distance, keep working.
Abajo, bien pegadita o bien lejos.
Stay very close.
Si dejas que genere espacio, está metiendo los golpes.
Don't give her too space because she's going to land in the shots.
Le pegas en el pecho, empujas con
hit her in
las
the
piernas.
chest, push the legs.
From round number one, walking into the right hand of Palacios.
Yeah, she
that was the cut, the redness. It's that beautiful knee pick.
Yeah. Just beautiful the way she executed, came in at the right timing. That's where she has really good timing. But Palacios here working the ground game. She had many opportunities for submission victories, but Sawada, we talked about, man, just good transitioning on both ends.
Round number one, everything we expected. Rodolfo and I so excited for this throwdown. We're getting ready for round number two. It is Ana Palacios in the red. Chihiro Sawada from Japan in the black. What a fight it has been so far. We have open scoring here in La Jaula, Combate Global. We will know the scores very, very soon. The fighters know them as well.
Lost your footing there. And I think that was the first kick that we've seen in this fight so far from Sawada. It's just been fists, ground game.
But a very tight style.
Yeah. Very
she hides
close.
her chin very well. Yeah, it's hard to find that offense.
Ooh,
Good angle.
I love that footing there from Sawada with that step with the left and charge.
But Palacios so far doing a good job with the counter time with the right hand.
Yeah, that's what Palacios is just so good at. You can't really read her. She's very deceiving.
And Sawada cut her teeth under the Shuto organization in Japan, one of the oldest MMA organizations in the world. Great organization. Trained with Timo Yama, Irvine, California. Great camp.
Yep.
And right now, you see the judges scored at 10-9. Sawada, all three judges' scorecards.
And it has to go to that ground round, that takedown that she had.
Trained with Carla Esparza, of course, former UFC champion at 115 pounds.
Trying to feint there from Palacios. Good inside kick from Sawada.
A little bit of a style change in round number 2 for Sawada. More kicks, more angles on the feet. She realizes she's dealing with a fighter who has some excellent jiu-jitsu. It's not going to be a wipeout on the ground.
No. What I'm noticing about Sawada is when you see that stance, she has like a wrestler stance. Which,
oh, nice lead left.
Which, you know, back in the day, we used to see a lot. Now,
left hand straight to the takedown. That's why she likes that wrestler stance.
Right.
Easy for the knee pick.
And she has so good timing with it. You have to watch out with those up kicks.
She's very wary of the legs of Palacios. Palacios does have an excellent guard. Very long legs, extremely powerful.
Oh, Sawada was like calling her up to stand up. Oh, great. He's trying to go for that takedown, but Palacios is quick to move out.
Sawada, her first fight in the United States. Now, part of the problem for Ana Palacios is I couldn't find a lot of people willing to fight me. Nobody wanted to step in, at least to a lot of gaps in my training, in my fight record. Want consistency. She can find it here.
Her past two opponents are from Asia.
Yeah.
Who wants some? Well, I'll tell you somebody who wants some, Jimmy. Claire Lopez.
Yes.
Competed here in La Jaula. Went on Twitter and said the fight that makes sense to her is Ana Palacios. So I'm sure that young lady,
kick.
that she's keeping a close eye on Palacios. She just came off a victory in Japan, got a victory for Combate at Risen. So Palacios has someone waiting for her. Ran into that right hand.
Or could Sawada be next? With a great performance tonight, a lot on the line. Another takedown for the fighter from Tokyo, Japan.
We've seen Palacios in this position many, many times. This is
brown
where she's
belt.
at her best.
Yep, long legs, jiu-jitsu brown belt, but as her corner said, can't give her space. She's going to land that grounded pound.
And she's doing it right here.
No big windup on those shots, Rodolfo. They're quick, they're tight.
And Sawada just doesn't let go. She just keeps going and going.
Think about Japanese fighters, that relentless pace.
Yeah.
They keep coming, they'll wear you down.
Right into that hand, though. That's getting a little sloppy there, huh?
Yep. Off balance with that right hand.
It didn't look too sharp with the striking there. Kind of loopy.
Another takedown. And immediately that hip up to prevent the closed guard. Great move early. Don't let your opponent get to guard. You don't have to pass guard.
No, right. And that right there, just that right there, that's enough to impress the judges.
Yeah, 30 seconds left in round number 1. Chihiro Sawada on top of Ana Palacios. Close round number 1, but we know the scores. They went to Sawada, all 3 judges. Round number 2, a bit more distance. Sawada starting to dominate with 10 seconds left in round number 2. So far, the fighter from Tokyo, Japan has all the momentum.
She has that going for her. And we saw some different techniques coming into that second. What does she keep doing the third? Furious, the Palacios. If she wants to claim to be the best in the world. She needs to prove it here with a victory over Sawada.
Ana Palacios, 7-1.
深呼吸、深呼吸、深呼吸。
Very experienced.
今の展開でいい。
Try my best, Jimmy.
I was about to. I know your wife's Japanese. Don't know how much you know, but go for it, buddy.
出していいからな。水いる？いらない？深呼吸しろ。正面で攻めんな。右を取る、右を取る、右を取る。上下、もう一回フェイントかける。もう一回テイクダウンした方がいい。深呼吸してもう一回。吸って、吐いて、鼻から吸って大きく力。
Bear with me, Jimmy, all right? I'll get those keywords, all right? Give me a little time.
全部取ってるから。1ラウンド、2ラウンド取ってる。
All right, just basically to calm down. That's pretty much what I understood, and my apologies.
All I know is Gofungeka. 5 minutes left from watching Pride. That's it. It's the only Japanese I know. Gofungeka. 5 minutes left. The old school fans will get that one.
Yes.
Everybody else totally lost. Ana Palacios in the red.
Or Nakasuita, I'm hungry. How about that one?
There you go. Taking on Chihiro Sawada in the black. Ana Palacios has to find a way back into this fight. Wouldn't surprise me if it's 2 rounds to none for Chihiro Sawada. We will know the scores shortly. Remember, we have open scoring here at Combate Global.
Great ankle pick there from Sawada.
Palacios going guillotine, but guard's not there. It's going to be hard to finish.
Yeah, and then we've had that conversation before, Jimmy. When do you let go of that arm if it's not working
could
for
be
you?
coming. Got it trapped.
She's trying to good way of escaping.
Risky going for the bounce. There's that Japanese style. You don't wait for the position. You keep going.
Yep. It's so rapid.
It's so fast. And Palacios almost getting on top. Good movement, though.
Sawada on top.
Sawada. No
way.
surprise there. 2018, all 3 judges' scorecards. Ana Palacios needs a finish in this round number 3.
Only way she continues to be at the top of that atom weight class is a victory over Sawada right now.
And remember, she had trouble with her visa, had to travel out late, had to cut. She made weight, by the way. Had to cut weight very, very late. This is where that becomes difficult. Round number 3 is when you start feeling all of those effects.
And you can't use that as an excuse.
No.
Right? You can't. So when I was talking to Red, look, I've been training, I've been waiting, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to put that aside. I need to prove to myself and the world that I am a top athlete in my weight class.
But all those factors in round number 3 kind of start piling up. And you're in a position where Sawada can just basically ride out this round number 3, keep the shots coming, you know, keep the heat on a simmer, right?
And for your average Joe, Jimmy, right? Yeah. Who does not fight? Who does not compete, but who is a fan of fighting, right? If you're 10 minutes late for a job interview and you're stuck in the highway, okay, that's kind of the same feeling, right? You're like, oh man, heart start racing. That's the same thing that Palacios was feeling. Am I going to make it to this fight?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to make it. And all of that stress plays a big role into a fight.
Right now, Sawada, beautiful pass into side control. On top of what looks to be a tired and bloody Ana Palacios. Been so good at this fight, getting her guard back. Round number 3, that has not been the case. No chance to get to full guard.
Sawada, though, just great plan. She stayed to her bread and butter of wrestling. That ground and pound.
Ate some big shots in round number 1. Since then, it's been all Sawada.
It could be 2-1 against Combate, Jimmy, if you're keeping score.
Oh, beautiful back transition. One hook in, both
that
hooks.
Was pretty.
Beautiful. 2 minutes left. Transitions are great.
Yeah.
Fantastic, super fast. Palacios now in a position where she's trying to protect her neck and also watch the ground and pound.
She may be in trouble here, Jimmy. Not much action coming from Palacios. She has those hands up, protecting herself.
So smooth, staying in mount from back control, never giving up the top positions. Great stuff from
And look at she
Sawada.
That left leg to continue with that body lock. She's got a minute and change left.
Palacios exactly where she doesn't want to be late in the fight.
She's just not showing it here tonight. I mean, I know she's She's known as that comeback girl, but
it would be the comeback of her career to do this with a minute left in round number 3.
With less than a minute to go.
And Chihiro Sawada, great pacing, great patience, great technique throughout this fight.
Superb. You know, it's only her 5th fight, but boy, she looked great in there.
Fighting like a veteran. Fought
Great
a lot of big
transition.
shows. She knows how to perform under the big lights. You know, Combate Global, she came in with a great game plan with 30 seconds left. Can Ana Palacios get something done? Knee cut pass yet again.
Just look how she just positions that left arm, puts the shoulder right to the chin.
Yeah, there's no quit in Ana Palacios, but so far has not had the answers tonight as she gets back to half guard with 10 seconds left. We'll see that
Guard.
desperation armbar.
Maybe she may be working for something Sawada with that armbar, but
Sawada able to keep the defense tight, ending the fight with some ground and pound. Great performance from the fighter from Tokyo, Japan.
yeah, but Palacios, just look at the facial expression there. She knows she was in a war, but that war started earlier when she had to wait and question if she was even going to fight tonight.
Yeah, she made it here tonight, but Chihiro Sawada, impressive performance for Japan. We'll make it official when we come back. It was Japan versus Latin America here. Combate Global. Chihiro Sawada makes it 2-0 over Ana Palacios. We'll make it official.
Después de 3 asaltos de mucha más acción, after 3 rounds of much more action. Todos los jueces están de acuerdo. All judges are in agreement with scorecards 30-27. Para la ganadora por decisión unánime, for the winner by unanimous decision, from Tokyo, Japan, Chihiro Sawada!
Great preparation, great execution, all of her skills on display tonight against a game Ana Palacios.
Yeah, she, you know, Sawada looked great though. She looked amazing. The timing was perfect. And let's face it, I know we can use anything as an excuse, but Palacios, I think that had to play a role, that whole situation, getting in here to get that fight. You got Thursday night, you come in the afternoon, then you got weigh-ins the next day. Let's take a look at the difference here, Jamie. I mean, it's right there for you.
And the biggest stat is the takedowns. 5 for Sawada, able to work her top game. Ana Palacios in this fight, to your point, in round number 1. After that, you saw the effects started slowing down. Late entry could be part of it.
But the punches too from Sawada, you know, they were very effective. Yes, the takedowns were there, but she was the pro. And then I think it was what I'm gonna say, it was the second round where Palacios, it was like the technique was almost forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, she was just throwing loopy punches, leaving herself exposed. And that's what Sawada capitalized at the right time with the takedowns.
Well, coming up is Nico Barna versus Ramiro Jimenez. Going to be an outstanding fight in our main event. Two guys who are experienced. They are warriors, but you want to watch the Warriors? You want to cheer them on? Join us here at Univision Studios. Welcome back inside Univision Studios. Los Knockouts are laying down the beats. Well, that's exactly what Chihiro Sawada just did in La Jaula at the expense of Ana Palacios. Our night continues. This time around, it's our main event of the evening. Nico Barna versus Ramiro Jimenez. Two guys who came to win. They have chips on their shoulders. There's a little bit of bad blood, and their styles are almost exactly opposite. Welcome back, Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. Let's find out more about our own Nico Barna.
Me gusta mucho la sensación de pelear y para mí lo más lindo, la sensación más linda cuando te levantan la mano y la adrenalina que se siente cuando subís a la jaula. Me gusta escuchar al público, sentir la energía de la arena. La reputación todos tenemos, pasa que no conocen a los uruguayos todavía. Me gusta mantenerme en la estrategia pero si en algún momento de la pelea se pone candente, hay que cerrar el bucal, cerrar los dientes, apretar el bucal y ir para adelante. De mi contrincante espero que sea una pelea dura, espero que dé todo lo que tenga de sí, que no se guarde nada. Yo quiero ser la mejor pelea de la noche. En la pelea te voy a noquear, lo vas a ver, va a ser tu primera derrota.
Now, Nico Barna, 7-2 as a professional, 5 of those wins by decision. It's a debate in MMA, Rodolfo. Is it better to show that you can go the distance, or is it better to finish everybody and show that you're a finisher? Nico Barna, definitely a guy who can go the distance.
He shows it right here, and that's the question that relies on Jimenez. Can he go the distance? Because he hasn't been there. He doesn't know what the third or second round is.
Well,
so Barna has an opportunity to find out today for us.
If you want to see these Warriors live, this is how you join us. Welcome back inside Univision Studios. That is Ramiro Jimenez jumping up and down, getting ready. Nico Barna behind him. Nico Barna from Uruguay, but Ramiro Jimenez is the finisher. Let's find out more about him.
Creo que ningún peleador podría decir el por qué pelea. Simplemente es algo que le nace a uno. Cuando estoy caminando creo que es el momento que más nervios siento, el momento donde la adrenalina sube a tope, pero en el momento en que doy un paso en la jaula, todo eso se queda atrás. Disfruto cada momento, vivo en el presente, ya el trabajo ya está listo, ya esperar el momento cero, que estoy arriba de la jaula y que el referee dé la señal para yo hacer lo mío. Yo tengo años aquí en combate y he demostrado cómo me desenvuelvo. No, va a terminar en el knockout, esa pelea. Rápido se va a ir. Él no está preparado para lo que va a recibir.
Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. Rodolfo, there is the confidence of a finisher, right? That no matter what happens, I can turn your lights out with one shot. Jimenez has that kind of confidence tonight.
Yeah, and you know, it was 2019 the last time that he went to this. That's been some time, Jimmy. Lots of things happened between 2019 and 2023, COVID, hence I say more. I don't need to say more. But absolutely, this is a good opportunity for Jimenez here to show, display what he's all about. And you mentioned about that bad blood. That plays a lot of role here tonight. I'm sure one of them wants the knockout. If you listen to both those pre-fight interviews, they're hungry for that KO.
That's right. Ramiro Jimenez right there in front. Behind him is Nico Barna. To feel the energy, you got to join us. Come do it. Los knockouts are rocking and rolling. The crowd is ready. Time for the main event. Omar Amador, deep breath. Get us started.
Entrando a la jaula, Nico Barna.
The flag of Uruguay over his shoulders. Nico Barna. This is a man who brings a lot of pride. He's coming off a loss, but 7-2 as a pro. He talks about the bounce back. He talks about wanting to copy his idol, Alexander Volkanovski, that aggressive fighting style. In order to do that, put your losses behind you and refocus. That's his goal tonight.
But as you mentioned, five of his 7 victories come by way of decision, Jimmy, and that's the key. And you know, we talk about first round finishers, but those guys don't take a lot of damage. When you go to the 3rd round and you have multiple fights like that, your body starts taking a toll. And then we don't have to talk about all the stuff that you do in the gym. So over time, that comes into play. You mentioned it was back in 2022 that he lost that fight against rear naked choke. So now he's here to prove to himself and the world that Uruguay has some tough MMA fighters like himself, and he's able to do it against an undefeated fighter here tonight.
Well, he has to take advantage of his opponent's mistakes. Let's bring him in now.
Y ahora su oponente, Ramiro Jimenez.
Ramiro Jimenez from Mexico trains with the Goat Shed Academy. That means some hard sparring, some interesting techniques. A lot of warriors coming out of that gym here in South Florida, but Jimenez full of confidence coming in, undefeated as a pro, and as many fights as Barna has had by decision, he's had by finish. 5 out of 6 he's finished.
5 out of 6, only one. Again, you have to go to 2019 when he had a unanimous decision victory. But you have pressure. You're undefeated. You want to keep that momentum going. But he's been training with some savages at the Goat Shed Academy. If you saw right behind him, you saw Coach Asim and Christian Perez, which, mind you, he fights next month here in Combate. Looking forward to seeing that man inside La Jaula. But this is the type of dude that's quick, he's fast, and he has some good work on the ground as well. A lot of his victories come by way of some submissions, but he is definitely an impressive fighter inside La Jaula, looking to keep on that undefeated record.
But Ramiro Jimenez, that aggression can lead to some openings. Can Nico Barna take advantage? Look at the head-to-head. Just a little bit older is Nico Barna. A 4-inch height advantage for Jimenez and 10 inches of reach. Jimenez can keep this fight on the outside if he wants to. We'll see if he makes that choice. Omar Amador is going to get us started.
Ya estamos listos para este gran encuentro latinoamericano. We are ready for this Latin American clash. Este es un combate pautado a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la división peso pluma. This is about set to 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the featherweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are John Rupert, James Lázaro y Ricardo Celis. Ahora ya llegó el momento para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing out of the blue corner. Entra con un récord oficial de 7 victorias, 2 derrotas. He steps in with a professional record of 7 victories and 2 losses. Registró 145 libras en la báscula. He registered 145 pounds at the scale. Vistiendo de negro, wearing black. Es de la tierra celeste, sí señor. Montevideo, Uruguay. Nico Mini Hulk Barna. Y ahora su oponente en la esquina roja. Now his opponent out of the red corner. Llega con un récord profesional invicto de 6 victorias. He comes in with a professional record, undefeated with 6 victories. Registró 144.8 libras. He weighed in at 144.8 pounds. Es de Mexicali, Baja California, México. Ramiro, el Cachanilla Jimenez. El referee para este encuentro de Panamá, Marcos Pérez.
Vale, ven acá. Alto. Ok. Ya saben las reglas. Quiero una pelea limpia. Ok. Obedezca mi comando. Toque guantes y a su esquina.
As our main event, Nico Barna in the black trunks from Uruguay taking on Ramiro Jimenez in the red and white
Combate.
from Mexico, trains here in South Florida. We are underway.
I'm going to test that Spanish out here for you, Jimmy. Cachanilla.
Cachanilla? Don't know that one.
That's his nickname.
I know that, so I don't know what it means.
I wanted to test that rolling tongue, you know, tongue twister. Cachanilla, cachanilla. It's what they call the folks from his city where he lives, where he was born and raised. Jimenez here trying to represent his people. But Nico, of course, trying to put that Uruguayan flag up high. We have a lot of folks here from Uruguay in support of this young man.
And Nico Barna right now, unfortunately, playing the fence.
It's fast. That's the thing with Jimenez. Once he gets in a rhythm, there's no way of stopping him.
Yeah, very quick with his hands. Can throw some wide punches. Was in trouble on the ground early. His last fight here in La Jaula. Gave up his back, but able to come back and win. Won that one by TKO.
One thing that just stands out there for Nico is that
catch the kick, good single leg.
He has that open hand guard. You saw that, Jimmy?
Yep.
Lock your hands around.
And you can have a debate. Open hand, closed fist. Each his own.
Yeah, but Nico Barna, one thing you can't debate is once you take somebody down, you better keep him there. Got the single leg, and then it's able to bounce back to his feet. Now getting a takedown of his own.
Look, 6-0. He trains with Perez, and if you've seen that man compete inside La Jaula, once he gets you underground, the chances of you of getting up, well, you may have a better chance of winning the lotto. I'll tell you that.
Now, Nico Barna.
You know how hard that is.
Yeah, of course. Trying to deal with right now the physical pressure of Ramiro Jimenez.
Look at those hammers, they're just viciously attacking. Jimenez feels very confident here. He may take this win in that first round, like he's been doing in his previous fights.
We talk about the confidence of a finisher. I know if I unload, I can get any opponent out of there.
And I mean, he's laying everything in there. Hammer fists, elbows, shots to the body.
And Nico Barna now trying to work that deep half guard. Got to commit to a side with the half guard. Either get underneath and sweep or sit up. Right now, kind of stuck in the middle.
Right, I was about to say here, Nico not doing much here for this position.
Able to get underneath, looking for the sweep. That's one way to go in that deep half guard. Now they're sitting up.
Yep.
That's the other side.
Now positioning here towards the jaula.
Yeah, able to get back to his feet. A little bit of a victory there for the fighter from Uruguay.
And for Nico, that's where he wants that fight, in standing. But he too is trying to show off some of his takedown.
Good job stuffing the takedown. Isolate that far wrist, that Kimura position.
What I like about Jimenez is he's fighting a very smart fight. Very relaxed, composed, waiting for the good opportunity. He's not really trying to just finish it off real quickly. He's just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah, threatening that Kimura position. Nico Barna trying to get both feet. Not gonna happen.
Protect yourself at all times, Jimmy.
That wasn't ready. Nico Barna on that break. Oh, beautiful fly.
Oh, that may be it, Jimmy.
TKO in round number 1.
It was that knee that set it up. And then the hook. And that is it for Nico.
A goat shed fighter. Wow. Woo. Out of Mexico.
Man, oh man.
This crowd know where he's from and what he's capable of. Wow. Great job with the flying knee finish. The rest of it, that ground and pound, just icing on the cake. Nico Barna still down in the jaula.
You know, the hype is real for this guy, Jimmy. And look at that flow, beautiful, just executed. Remember how I said always protect yourself at all times? Didn't do it here. Right there, boom, snook it, ran right in the butt, and it almost seemed like those hooks this weave weren't necessary because he might have been out. What was that left hook there that kind of just...
Right by the ear was all she wrote. Excellent stoppage by the referee all over this finish. That's a very happy Ramiro Jimenez.
Wow, and Nico here just... There is some brotherhood there afterwards, shaking the hand, but Nico disappointed. Jimenez, man, he's just exceptional, amazing stuff. The hype is real for this guy.
The physical gifts this guy has are 100% for real. Explosive, powerful. We will get the particulars out of the way when we come back. Well, the question in this fight, would it be the finisher or would it be the fighter who tends to go deep? Well, it turns out it was the finishing skills that mattered. Omar Amador, take it away.
Después de 3 minutos 34 segundos del primer asalto de mucha más acción, el referee Marcos Pérez pone un alto a este combate después de una rodilla espectacular. 3 minutes and 34 seconds of the first round. Referee Marcos Pérez put stops to this fight after a spectacular knee to the face. Para el ganador por nocaut técnico, for the winner by TKO de Mexicali, Baja California, México, Ramiro, el Cachanilla Jimenez!
Well, there's confidence, and then there is confidence This kid has it 7-0 with 6 finishes. The hype train keeps rolling for Ramiro Jimenez.
That guy is a phenom inside the jaula, making it look so pretty. What a beautiful knee here for the just awesome time. Bam, right there. And then that left hook just to finish it all up. But that knee just beautifully timed, just waiting for the right, bing, right there, right on the button. Barna just was out for the count. The timely executed. And you know, that's the thing with when you fight guys like that, Jimmy, that they're so fast. You can't relax in that position there. You know his quickness, you know that he can hit you from any angle. You always have to be cautious at all times.
And Barna spent a lot of this fight up against the fence, not in the center where he can maybe use his movement, his head movement, his guard. But he was in a place where he could, and the stats show that.
Look at that, just 4 punches is all he took. And you're right, it's more like he put his foot on mud. He just couldn't get out from the position, taking himself back to La Jaula, where you clearly see, if you see all Jimenez's fight, that's what he does. He pushes you that way so then he can finish you.
Well, great performance, just like he predicted. The question here is, how will his future go? Looks bright right now. Welcome back to Combate Global. Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman. There are two sides to the coin when it comes to Japanese MMA. There is the versatility, right? We saw that from Sawada, the takedown, the submission game. The other side is never submitting to the odds, always come forward. And also, Shinsho Anzai has to be of that second category, always coming forward.
He's a gritty fighter. And when you asked him, what's your style of fighting? It's like, I fight like an animal, hence that's my nickname, right? And he does, he surely does fight like an animal. He's a straightforward type of fighter, coming right at you like a bull. Now, there's pluses and minuses about that, right? Because as you move forward, some openings could be available there for your opponent.
Well, he knows he comes in with pride. Let's find out more about both of these fighters.
挑戦するのが好きで、格闘技が好きで、新しい何かを見つけたいから戦っています。I'm Shinsho Anzai from Japan, age of 37 years old.
Desde chico siempre me gustaron los deportes de contacto. Soy Víctor Valenzuela, tengo 29 años, soy de Santiago de Chile.
長い戦いになると思います。お互いタフで、アグレッシブに攻めていくと思うので。どの瞬間でフィニッシュが来るかわからないけれども、フルラウンド。
El trabajo ya está hecho, ya la pasé mal entrenando, ya me botaron entrenando. Hoy día me queda ser feliz.
タフな戦いをして楽しい時間を過ごしましょう。
Estoy aquí para dar lo mejor de mí y no voy a dar paso atrás.
It might be hard to understand when Shinsho Anzai says, I'm going to have fun tonight. Fun for him is an all-out war with neither fighter backing up. That's his kind of fun. Fortunately, it's our kind of fun too, Rodolfo.
Absolutely, and he's prepared to go all 3 rounds. He even said it, like, this is only gonna have just a quick finish, or it's gonna go to 3 rounds. And this is a fun one here. And look, Combate Global, Valenzuela has a lot on his back. He's representing the company here tonight. He's representing his country. He needs that victory. He needs to win it here tonight.
And so far, Japanese fighters tonight, 2-0. You're looking at the face of the man, Victor Valenzuela, who wants to put Latin America on the map, get a victory for Chile, but Anzai behind him, focused, ready to go. Stay with us to combat when we come back. Welcome back to Combate Global. Jimmy Smith alongside Rodolfo Roman, Daijiro Matsui, Ikahiso Minowa. What made those fighters great wasn't just the technique they had and things they did in the ring back in the Pride days. It was they never submitted to the odds. They never let their opponent dictate whether or not they took a backward step. Could that be the key to victory for Shinsho Anzai tonight, or could it play into the strengths of Victor Valenzuela? What do you think?
It's going to take a lot of heart, of course. And let's take back, look, the age difference is there. It's a big gap between the two. 37 years old for Shinsho. He's coming off some injuries.
Why do you look at me when you say age?
Hey,
look right at me.
I'm just doing what I have to do
young
here,
to me.
Jimmy. I know, I agree with you. I'm not that far from you, Jimmy. Trust me. But look, 2019, that was the last fight that he had. He's coming off from injuries, and he kind of won already because he said, look, I never gave up on MMA, and I'm here tonight. So that's going to be different right there.
Well, he gets to show whether or not he's ready tonight. Omar, get us started.
Entrando a la jaula, Shinsho, Anzai.
Now, I know what you mean. Shinsho Anzai, 37 years old. It's like dog years. It's
Sure,
just
yeah, okay,
so
you want
much
to take it that way? Let's do it, yeah.
Shinsho Anzai, a lot of fights, a lot of big stages, fought in Bellator, fought in the UFC, and you talked about the injuries, the setbacks. This is kind of a rejuvenation of his MMA career.
Yeah, it's like starting your career all over again if you really take a look at it that way. And yes, the age is nothing but a number, right? He's been in there with several big names in the world of MMA, has faced the fiercest as they can, and the experience is there, right? And that could be a huge difference when it comes to taking on this young man of Valenzuela. He knows what it's be in the scale that it is in La Jaula, right? With the lights, the whole TV, the whole nine. So this is nothing new for Shinsho Anzai. Now, one thing that is new for him is fighting in the United States. The first time he does. So he's very excited, and how sweet it would be to get that victory after coming back, overcoming all those injuries, and getting a win in a country that he's never fought in.
Well, his spirit is willing. Is his flesh ready? We'll find out. His opponent is on his way.
Y ahora su oponente, Víctor Valenzuela.
Every time you watch Victor Valenzuela fight, two things stand out to me. He's a big, solid 170-pounder, and he's very patient. He takes his time and does it right, but powerful leg kicks, good takedown. It's hard to find a glaring deficiency in his MMA game.
The dude is jacked. Look at this guy. He's chiseled, strong, and don't be deceived, because usually when you see fighters have a lot of muscle, they gas out. Not this guy. No. This guy could go on for a very long time. Look, about last year, he left Chile, came to the United States, and has been training with MMA masters. He knows what he's capable of doing. He knows that he can make a difference in this world of MMA and represent his country of Chile. And this is one country that I think a lot of people have been sleeping on, because we've been seeing a lot of these fighters from this country that have had exceptional careers so far here in La Jaula and all over MMA. So Valenzuela is just one of those guys right here that has evolved, trains with a great camp. The Kobe Covington trains here at MMA Masters, and I can list a laundry list of great fighters. So this guy is destined for something, and how sweet it would be to defeat a veteran like Shinsho Anzai.
Yeah, to get that pelt on his wall, but in order to do it, has to overcome a proud Japanese warrior. Look at the age gap, 29 to 37. Victor Valenzuela much younger than his opponent. Slight reach advantage. That's about it. Most of this fight is not about the numbers. Omar is going to get us started.
Damas y caballeros, ya estamos listos y queremos aprovechar para desearle feliz Día de las Madres a todas las mamás en la casa aquí en Combate Global. We are ready for this bout, set to 3 rounds of 5 minutes in the welterweight division. Ya estamos listos para este combate pautado a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la división de peso welter. Los jueces son, the judges are Vicente Rodríguez, John Rupert y James Lázaro. Y ahora sí, el momento ha llegado para un combate global. Presentando en la esquina azul, introducing out of the blue corner. Entra con un récord oficial de 9 victorias, 4 derrotas. He steps in with an official record of 9 victories and 4 losses. Registró un peso oficial de 170.6 libras. He weighed in at 170.6 pounds. Vistiendo de negro, wearing black. Es de Tokio, Japón. Shinsho Animal Anzai. Y ahora Representando en la esquina roja, now introducing out of the red corner. Entra con un récord profesional de 9 victorias, 3 derrotas. He steps in with a professional record of 9 victories and 3 losses. Registró un peso oficial de 170 libras planas. He weighed in at 170 pounds flat. Vistiendo rojo y blanco. Es de Santiago de Chile, Víctor Zico Valenzuela. Y el referee para este encuentro, Judge Rutgers.
Bring it in. We already went over the rules in the locker room. If there's any questions, ask them now. If not, listen to me at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Do everything you can within the rules to win. Most importantly, best of luck. God bless. Touch gloves if you want. Go back to the corner. Wait for the bell.
Shinsho Anzai from Tokyo, Japan in the black trunks. Victor Valenzuela from Chile fighting out of Miami, Florida in the red and white. We are underway, round number 1.
Anzai right here is going to come right at you. That's the type of fighter that he is. Straightforward type of dude to come in. But Valenzuela, man, just look at the difference there in muscle. It's huge. It's a big dude.
I hope it translates on camera, but Valenzuela is all muscle. And that's a part of his arsenal I really like. His very good leg kicks.
These shots come with a lot of power, Jimmy.
So Anzai puts a lot of weight on that lead leg. He likes to lean forward. Really vulnerable to those shots to the leg.
Try to go there for the takedown.
Excellent patience.
Yeah. Oh, great stiff jab from Anzai. Great leg kick. Trying to feel it out.
Valenzuela trains with MMA masters here in South Florida. Colby Covington, Luis Palomino, names that came out of that camp. Great trainers.
Yeah. You got the Daniel Valverde's.
Yep.
Cesar Carnedo. Stand up. Great camps.
15 years in MMA for Shinsho Anzai. Was a fan of Peter Aerts. K1, the Dutch lumberjack, one of the best head kicks in all of sports, all combat sports. Peter Aerts was absolutely incredible, and Shinsho Anzai said that I want to get into combat sports. Love that guy, want that style.
Trained with Yoshino Kami for this fight.
Yoshino Kami, great fighter, UFC veteran. Well, I think very big middleweight as well.
What I'm seeing different here from Anzai is he's taking his time. Different in his fighting style.
Valenzuela, we know how cerebral he can be. He can wait for the right moment to really explode and attack.
Very patient fighter. He waits for the right moment.
Neither one of these fighters in a rush.
Yeah, and Anzai said it. This could go the distance. Both know the power that they have, the opportunities that any of them could finish it.
Attitude in MMA is you want to finish, but be prepared for a long fight. Looks like both these fighters are.
Yeah.
Anzai now going to that aggressive style, not really setting up the takedown, just dropping and going for it. Valenzuela making him pay.
Great look from Valenzuela. And we know that Anzai is a vet. He's been in the world of MMA for some time, but you know, those butterflies are there, Jimmy. It's 2019 since he last fought.
A lot of time off. Figure out how to mentally and physically get back into the sports, but dealing with some serious injuries as well. Can lead to a real change in styles.
That last fight was against Michael Page, where he got caught with a knee. Great overhand, right?
He got caught with quite a few knees in that fight.
Yeah, he was setting it up, and I think he learned his lesson.
Inhuman speed for MVP. Good right hand from Valenzuela.
Oh, he got slipped right there.
Yeah, has Anzai moving back. Has to be careful.
But he countered Jimmy with his own hook. Yep. What I'm seeing from Anzai is as he comes in, he throws into shots, he does leave himself exposed, and Valenzuela is picking up on that.
Yeah, taking advantage is Valenzuela.
See, he throws it in, he's keep the hands down. So the perfect timing, and Valenzuela could finish this fight real early. She's just trying to play a game there, trying to fake, might use the feint, trying to go for the takedown.
As the single leg.
As you do here, take a bow or just sweep him with that right leg.
Hanging on costs you a lot of energy, though.
Yep. Right there, that leg is there for him to trip him. Valenzuela, good way of positioning his hip outwards.
And good takedown defense from Valenzuela. So somewhere that you would think that Shinzo Anzai would have the advantage. It's on top in the jiu-jitsu department. So far, that has not been a factor. But Valenzuela turning it up with the kickboxing.
Yeah, Valenzuela picked it up here. He left his body exposed, and Anzai is in trouble. Rutgers might come in and stop this fight, Jimmy. He nearly
about
did.
to step in and right hand
that's a brawl. That's the Japanese type of foul that we got like, Jimmy.
We talk about Bushido. You know, cut my head off. I'm going to keep coming forward. Wow, that was about to be stopped, but no, we will see a round two.
I can't wait for the replay.
Got it.
No. 正面に立つね、正面に立つね、足動かしてくるね、スリムだと。あと、足触れるときは足触ってけよ。
Take two! Fighters up, let's go! Welcome back. We have some very interested observers for this fight. You saw Camel McLaren, El Jefe here at Combate Global, watching this amazing fight. Victor Valenzuela, that right eye, red, swollen, little bit of a cut underneath the eye. His opponent, Shinsho Anzai from Tokyo, Japan. You see him with the beard and the black trunks.
Jimmy, did you get that Takayama Don Fry feel those last few seconds?
I did get a little bit of that from the old school fans. Rock'em Sock'em Robots in La Jaula. And wait to see how the judges scored that one. Right now, I would lean Victor Valenzuela. The referee actually took a step forward.
Yeah, he nearly stopped it, but wow.
Anzai got that right hand off at exactly the right time.
Oh, and that's what
beautiful.
He's been leaving himself
shot.
exposed. Yeah, Anzai's been leaving himself exposed there right at the body, and Valenzuela's been picking up on that. Now we go to the ground. Valenzuela might pick it up for Combate, Jimmy.
Yeah, Valenzuela looking for the finish. Vicious ground and pound. And once again, Anzai moving at exactly the right time. And referee taking a close look.
Who's the one leaking? Valenzuela, no?
Is Valenzuela leaking from, looks like the nose.
Well, he was already bleeding.
Yep.
That shot from the beginning of the round just opened it up a lot more.
Now pouring on the punches is Victor Valenzuela. Shinzo Anzai from Japan, hanging on with everything he's got.
Yeah, Valenzuela just caught him with a brutal shot to the liver.
That was the beginning of this whole sequence, was that kick to the liver. You saw Anzai kind of buckle.
And he connected in the first round as well.
Valenzuela has to be thinking, what do I have to do to get this guy out of here? Almost finishing the end of round one, now at the start of round two. No surprise, Victor Valenzuela up 10-9, all three judges' scorecards.
That's the samurai spirit.
Protect yourself! Referee saying protect yourself, and that's it.
A victory for Combate, Jimmy.
Victor Valenzuela makes it one for Latin America. From Chile. Lone victory tonight over Japan. Final score of 2-1, but Victor Valenzuela, forget about national pride. He has to be thrilled about a finish over a veteran like Shinsho Anzai.
Look at it right here, ground and pound action. And just really at the beginning of the second round, because it was that body shot that took him down, he capitalized on it, and just Anzai just could not recover from this position. just laying hammer fist, nonstop.
Yeah, we talk about the spirit of Shinsho Anzai, but spirit can be willing. The flesh has to back it up, and Shinsho Anzai defended as best he could. Thought that was a good stoppage by the referee.
Yeah, absolutely. He nearly stopped it in the first. We were lucky to have that second round of these two, but boy.
And Victor Valenzuela from Chile, a lot of pride tonight, victorious over Shinsho Anzai. We'll get the particulars when we return. Don't go anywhere. Is Japan versus Latin America tonight. Shinsho Anzai, the lone defeat. Victor Valenzuela gets the victory. Let's make it official.
A 1 minuto 54 segundos del segundo asalto, luego de una seguidilla de golpes en el suelo sin respuesta, el referee para la pelea. At 1:54 in the second round, after an uncontested ground and pound, the referee stops the fight. Para el ganador, por nocaut técnico, for the winner, by TKO, Víctor Chico Valenzuela!
Now 10-3 as a pro. We like seeing development in La Jaula. He took a big step tonight, mature performance. A couple times he got the finish. He was gonna get the finish, but didn't use all of his energy. Mature performance from Valenzuela.
He recovered because Anzai connected some hooks in there, some stiff jabs, but that didn't disappoint him whatsoever. He kept forward. He kept with this mission of getting a victory against a veteran, against Anzai, and it proves to him that this guy is just evolving as he goes. Just vicious ground and pound action from this position. When he hit that body shot, he knew that it was in the bag. It was just a matter of just throwing everything until referee Josh Schwacker stepped in and stopped it. And this fight easily could have been finished in the end of the first round with just a few seconds left when they had that exchange of blows, but Rutgers let it go just a bit and we had to wait to the second.
But a lot of fighters get disheartened when they don't get the finish like that. Right? They kind of get down on themselves. Victor Valenzuela stayed true, stayed professional, able to get the win. That shows mental maturity.
It shows that he has evolved as a fighter both mentally and physically, and he looked phenomenal throughout the time. Look at the differences in the stats, Jimmy. 116 punches to 42. The kicks, no takedowns in this fight, although Shinsho did attempt for a couple, but didn't just go his way.
And it's a telling stat, no takedown for Shinsho Anzai, where he would have had an advantage. Also great accuracy from Victor Valenzuela as he takes a huge step forward in his career tonight, going to 10-3 in the 170-pound division. Incredible performance.
Muchachos, todavía el sudor, la sangre, la boca sangrando, la nariz.
Ah, your nose.
Me imagino después de esa victoria tan
But
espectacular.
you must feel great after that victory. Yeah, I'm very happy. Been working a lot in a couple of months. I'm happy for what just happened today. You had him in the first round, but the Japanese got confidence. But then I told him in the second, doesn't end here. But look, he has a lot of blood coming out from the nose. Who do you want to dedicate this fight to? I want to dedicate it to my grandma. She may be in the kitchen listening or watching this fight. Sorry I wasn't there for Mom's Day or her birthday, but the victory is yours. Congratulations on representing your country. Did you ever think that you found yourself at risk? No, my conviction was very strong. I told myself, they hit me a lot in training. Look at this. This is the trace of victory. Blood inside La Jaula of Combate Global. Carlos Pedros. Back to you.
Oh, happy Mother's Day, but not being with Mom, not being your grandmother, being with your grandmother is part of the price you pay to be great. Valenzuela, great tonight. We'll be right back. Welcome back inside Univision Studios. There is David Martinez, the 145-pound champion here at Combate Global. I don't know, maybe he saw Ramiro Jimenez win tonight. Maybe he had some interesting thoughts about that.
Man, ever since he told me that, Jimmy. I've been really
She's
pondering that
making
fight.
me think.
This is what they call, Jimmy, in Spanish, achievement. Man, we're trying to get some achievement here. Going to stay round of the soup, round of the
Dude,
the pot.
I'm not trying to cause conflict with you. I'm just saying we had a great performance by an up-and-coming 145-pounder. The champion is here, but that's what you do as champ. You keep an eye on the up-and-coming talent. What are they doing? What do I need to improve? Because when you stop improving, you're finished when you have gold around your waist.
I'm sure Martinez was just howl aside. He's been commentating now on the Spanish desk. And listen, right now he's going to take Anjose Zarauz, a man who's had over 20 fights in MMA. But Jimenez, just like Axel Osuna, his previous opponent, has been exceptional inside La Jaula. He's been unstoppable. And this guy is a credible opponent for Martinez. We saw his style of fighting. It matches pretty well and could be conflicted for Martinez. He has good timing, and if he's able to stop Martinez with those kicks, he might have a new chance.
Look, but remember, David Martinez is going to be fighting May 28th. Yes, keep that on his mind. If you haven't seen Martinez, check it out.
Wow, just look at it right here. Exceptional, fast, and he's only lost once. It was a split decision loss. He's quick, he's fast, the hype is real. He's taking on opponents literally on days' notice and finishes them off right in the first round. He's an unstoppable force inside La Jaula, and he keeps evolving, and I'll tell you why. Axel, he had great ground game. He couldn't take this man down. He just couldn't take him down. And what stands out again is that stand-up game with the kicks. I said it earlier before they put on a diaper this guy was learning how to kick.
Always, when you talk about a particular weight class, in this case, of course, 145 pounds, you always look for that one thing that sets them apart. When you say, oh, I'm fast, I have good stand-up. A lot of fighters at 145 are fast and have good stand-up. That doesn't necessarily separate you from the pack. When I look at David Martinez's fights, what separates him from the pack is exactly that counter right hand. He's so good at timing exactly when his opponent is coming in and meeting them with the big shot. Is that the key to victory May 28th for you?
Absolutely, and he has a strong chin, so he's able to take a shot. Look at it, just taking on a veteran and putting him off real quickly in that tournament that he had the chance to get this belt around his waist. I'm excited. May 28th against Zarauz. And Zarauz from Peru. I mean, this guy is vicious. He knows what he's up against. He's had over 20 fights inside La Jaula and in other, of course, cages. So this is a good chance for him. He's hungry just as Martinez, but Martinez has to defend his territory and his title.
Now, of course, a fighter from Peru, if you're an old school fan, you remember the Antonio de Souza, the Peruvian savage. It's all about national pride. It's about protecting your turf. Tonight, there was an invasion from Japan. They go up 2-1. They can go home tonight feeling good about the land of the rising sun.
Well, if you really get to, let's count Claire Lopez's victory in Japan. So it's technically 2-2, Jamie. Let me correct you on that, man.
I'll call it 2-2. Of course, that victory was in Ryzen. Of course, her representing La Jaula when she went over to Japan. So, all right, we'll say 2-2.
It's 2-2.
But an amazing night of fights, incredible technique, incredible aggression, and no one stepping back. That's what makes La Jaula exceptional. That continued tonight, and we want to thank everybody that got into La Jaula and put on a great show for the fans, because Japan, they came to fight tonight. They did not fight intimidated here in South Florida.
And I guess we just got a little sample, little taste of the end of the year when Copa Combate comes in. Again, we've had many countries, Europe, of course, the North America, South America. When we have Asia for the first time in Combate Goblal, I think we're going to talk, I'm sure Campbell's keeping a close eye on that, and may happen this year.
Now, Chihiro Sawada, earlier tonight against Ana Palacios, great performance, outstanding work, went to decision. Palacios, late visa, had some trouble getting here. Do you think she gets another shot, and do you think it might work out differently?
Of course, we talked about how important all those stress factors come into play when it comes to a fight. Yes, she made weight. We don't know what she was doing in that place. She maybe had to cut weight. As soon as she got here, we don't know if she was running, if she was in the sauna. All those things play a role right before the fight. And maybe, and we can't use that as an excuse. You talk to her, she might tell you that. That wasn't an excuse. I should have done better. But hey, You live to see another day. It wasn't her first defeat. She's been defeated before. I'm sure she'll bounce back up.
Well, we appreciate all the fighters. It was Japan versus Latin America. And tonight, to your point, tonight, it was 2-1 in favor of the Rising Sun. But a great performance from Victor Valenzuela over Shinsho Anzai with the stoppage in round number 2 to make sure there wasn't a blank tonight for Latin America. Ramiro Jimenez with the TKO in round number 1, and Chihiro Sawada over Ana Palacios. For everyone involved here backstage at Combate Global, a big thank you, and we'll see you all next time.